What's up, everyone? Hope you are having a fabulous, fabulous Taco Tuesday. So, I titled this Israel Keys, an American serial killer. I also should have titled it, Was He Possessed? I really think he was. I really do. This kid, of course, he died in 2012, okay, by his own hands. He admitted to 12 murders. The FBI is claiming 11. Then, while in prison, he admitted to 5 more. So, when they brought him back, I'm just going to kind of give you a little snapshot. When they brought him back into interrogation, I think it was like a few days before he killed himself. They wouldn't budge at that point, and so he didn't budge to admit and tell where the other 5 people were, what their names were, where they were thrown like a piece of trash outside. The reason why I say this man was possessed, look right here. This was drawn on paper with his own blood. The man's own blood, y'all. Another reason why I say I think he's possessed. You see this pentagram? That's devil worshiping. You see all the upside down crosses? It says we are one. I really think he was possessed by 12. I really do. Could I be wrong? Oh, fuck yeah. Who couldn't be? I really do. I think he was sick and twisted. And if you can see, look at his eyes. Like there's no soul there. None. There is a connection between sociopaths and the way that they were brought up. Not brought up, but what they did in their childhood. You guys go back and you think about Bundy, what he admitted. Oh, what was the other one? The cannibal. They all had the same thing in common. They all abused animals, killed them, dissected them. They choked the life out of them. They had that feeling of excitement when they were able to take a life. I call them human hunters because that's what they are. They are hunting humans. Just like a tiger or, hell, I don't know, a wolf hunts its prey. We were prey to these sickos. 100%. There was another serial killer, God dang it, that I can't remember his damn name. See, we had Jeffrey Dahmer, not the Gacy, the little, was it John Gacy? Oh no, that's the clown bullshitter. Let me just say this. The reason why I'm doing these is because we talk about some weird stuff at work, okay? We really do. However, when we got to talking about all these, it got me to thinking, when this guy was actually caught, I did a lot of reading. I wish I had all that on the other, which our computers crashed on the other one anyway, our laptop. I had a lot of stuff on there that actually, I was like, what makes them tick? What makes them be a sociopath? Is it actually a possession? Because Satan is going to make people do the worst thing. And it isn't Satan, it's his demons. And this kid growing up early kind of was like on the outs or whatever, kind of disassociated himself with his parents. moved to Washington because they're from Utah, moved to Washington. And when he did that, his parents left the LDS and joined a freaking damn white supremacist church. But I'm really thinking it wasn't a white supremacist church. I'm thinking it was a devil worshiping church. The satanic shit that these people do, these sick whack job serial killers, makes me think that most of them were possessed. Gosh dang it, what is this man's name? Damn it. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get this one. This is really making me mad. I can't even remember. I can see his face. He just got caught. Like he'd been murdering and killing forever. And he was a family man, like complete family man. I'm looking it up right now, you guys. I'm sorry. Like Dahmer, everybody knows about Dahmer. You got the clown. You got the happy face killer, Samuel Little. He was a rapist as well. So is Israel Keys. There it is. The freaking fucking A. Fuckity fuck. BTK. God dang it. I should have known that one. He was also a sick bastard. And yes, he did the same thing as Israel Keys and Bundy and Dahmer. All of them sick bastards. West Coast. The game show serial killer, stalker, whatever the hell his name was, Ramos or whatever. Do you guys raise serial killers out there on the West Coast? No offense to anybody that's out on the West Coast. None whatsoever. However, oh my God, really? Anyway, let's see if Dana can get this right. And hopefully, I did 35 minutes and then I did another 10-minute video. And you know what I figured out? My dumbass didn't have my YouTube sign down, so it wouldn't share it. And I'm hoping that it does right now. And it really made me mad. I was like, what the freaking hell? All right, so we're going to share the screen. I want y'all to just see like a part of, I'm going to try to do a 2-part. No, I ain't going to try. I am a 2-part. And YouTube, this is definitely fair use. This is FBI interrogation, confession, whatever you want to call it. Let's watch just a little bit of it, okay? Mosey right on because this guy committed rape, murder, burglary, bank robbery. This sick whack job right here. If you crossed his path, let me go back on my StreamYard. If you crossed his path and you fit his a certain criteria that he wanted, he would follow you. No kids had to be there. No dogs. Because clearly, if you had kids and dogs, somebody is going to know something's going on, right? He also wanted a place that had a garage. One of his murders was in Alaska. One of his murders were in Vermont. So you guys think about the massive, this man's been out of the country to Belize, Canada, Mexico. Was another place he went. Imagine the murders that he actually committed that we don't even know about. He is one of the only serial killers that had an actual kill kit. If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, it's a 5-gallon bucket, like a painter's bucket. It had tape, it had everything in it. It had rope to kill who he wanted to kill. And he didn't care. He hid these damn things. Guys, there's probably some that they FBI didn't, because he didn't tell them, didn't find. Now, he did tell them where one of them was, or yeah. And so that's how they found out he had the kill kits. And I believe since that one that wasn't used at the moment, that he was going back. He strategically placed these not far from his next victim. Let's watch. I wanna get to the good stuff, so this is just like, oh, now he's being concerned. He's being concerned. He wants to supposedly give the family closure of the people that he so savagely murdered, but I'm gonna give you a little bit, but you've gotta give me some in return too. And I get that this has got to be a very hard job for these agents, because I could not sit across from somebody like this. My hat's off, not to all of the FBI agents, because there's some that are very extremely. Anyway, I'm not even gonna make a comment about that. But I couldn't do it because of people like this. Let's continue to watch. And YouTube, you can't give me a copyright because this is out there and it is legal and it is for public viewing. And for his confession, he wants to be put to death very quickly. And on top of that, he has a daughter. He was married when all of this was going on and raising a daughter. Could you imagine how that baby feels knowing that her father, because I'm sure she knows by now, was a serial killer? Would you want to have kids after that? Hell no, not me. Nope. And yes, these videos are out there. I'm just kind of giving you my perspective on things. Doesn't necessarily mean it's all this all, everybody else's opinion.
Feasible yet. I've been,
And I think my dumbass did it
talking to
again.
people about
But
it
whatever. Y'all see it now. I'm sharing it.
from what can happen from I guess, a legal perspective. It's one thing to make assurances, and that's great. I mean, if you get some of the stuff on the table for now, it helps us deal with the problems for right now. But down the road, that's what I'm concerned about. I'm not going to.
And down the road, you shit, hang on. You see that this is May. Okay. You see that this is May 2012. Okay. May 2012. And I just took that shit off the damn screen. He committed his suicide in December of 2012. Let's watch a little bit more.
Doesn't change the fact that, like just because I'm not connected with it right away, it could happen later. So I'm trying to, I guess, maybe cover myself that way as much as possible and still get you what you need.
Yeah, I think, sort of the plan I drafted up, I mean, this is sort of a good starting point. You're right. I mean,
I'm going to skip forward to some of this.
That I know that, for the most case, they're not going to apply to me. And so I know that at some point,
and I am going to be doing a part 2 because there's so much to get into. Like, let me say this. The people that he murdered, let me say this. If you crossed his path and you were his, not necessarily type or what he wanted, he planned this shit out. Like, he planned everything he had out. Okay? Let's watch.
Because we got a couple of things sort of working in our favor on this. One is an ongoing investigation.
Right.
And so that right there is going to limit the amount of information that's going to be released. And two, it's an ongoing federal investigation. And we play by a whole different set of rules than most of the states out there. And so media outlets don't have the same ability to come in and sort of force us, if you will, to disclose information that they might be able to get away with the state and local agencies.
Right. Yeah, I can see that they would have more to go up against. But there's also, I mean, if I'm dead, then the investigation
Somebody
from the
didn't
federal government's point of view is pretty much closed.
put you to death.
Not necessarily. I mean, we're going to do what we need to do to tie up the loose ends. And to the extent that we can do that with your assistance, like we've talked in the past, if we go at this as a team and we have the benefit of your information, it allows us to go hunting with the rifle.
I mean, this sicko made a statement to one of the FBI agents when he was in custody that he had known. Sorry, y'all. Shit. Where were we? My apologies. He knew since he was 14 that he thought things were normal, but everybody else didn't seem that they were normal or okay. Well, hell no, they weren't okay. He pursued anything with a heartbeat to torture it. When I tell you he was a human hunter, that's what these serial killers are. 100%. Let's continue. Fair use, because this is the FBI stock.
Right.
A shotgun. And there may be things that we might have having to follow up on down the road.
And he was in the military.
Assist us, but
Yeah,
Spent
our
time in
idea is to,
Egypt, Fort Hood, Texas, and Washington at Fort Lewis, where this sick bastard got an honorable discharge.
is to do this with you so that it's focused, and we won't, and it's not going to get anywhere near like it is in Vermont because we've all learned from that stuff. But the way to get it like that is for us to have to try and figure it out ourselves, and that's what we would. I mean, and you know that, you know exactly what we're faced with and what kind of publicity we're all going to be faced with, and questions that we're going to have to answer, and that these other agencies are going to be asking us, and those are the things that we're trying to avoid, knowing that.
I mean, he hunted these people down. When you crossed his path, He hunted these people down in parks or cemeteries, campgrounds, for Christ's sake. Because there were no witnesses. No one else was around. Except for the couple where he went to their home and murdered them.
You're the only one that can help us keep this to
He even
as
flew
little
into
publicity as
Chicago,
possible.
guys,
It's up to
and
you.
drove
All right.
to Vermont
So
to
that's where we're
commit
at.
a double murder.
And the reality is,
But the thing is, he already knew he was going to murder them, so he went ahead and put a kill kit by this couple's house.
if people are not able to do this with your assistance, I can't imagine being able to do this without generating a fair amount of publicity. I just don't think it's possible, because it's going to be too large in scope. It's going to involve too many jurisdictions and too many agencies.
Right.
And I'm just being honest.
Yeah, I mean, I know you've got.
I mean, he studied the FBI profiler of Ted Bundy.
Unfortunately.
How many more of these people have done that? I mean, the profile that they put out of Ted Bundy. How many of these sickos have done that we don't even know about?
And due to my own actions recently, I somewhat complicated matters for me, so not surprisingly now there's something else I want out of this.
Listen at
But I don't
him.
know if I'm even supposed to
Guys,
talk about
listen
it,
at him.
because
His laugh, his demeanor, it's like it doesn't even matter. And honestly, that's the reason why I'm saying I think this asshole was possessed. I really do. Demonic possession. I really do. Hence, that right there. All right, guys, this is where I'm going to leave you. I'm not going to put up a picture today of that beautiful girl that he killed in Alaska, the barista. But I am going to do a part 2 of this, because I do feel like this is like something down our line with possessions, and, maybe not. Maybe y'all don't think so, but I do. When someone draws this right here and says, "We are one," we. It's very, very uncanny that we have people out in our world like this. All right, guys, look out for part 2 in the coming days. I'm also going to do a part 2 of Samuel Little. And I do want to get some input from someone on their take on serial killers. You guys have a fabulous rest of your week. And until our next video, stay salty.